Let's give a nice warm Radio Vermont welcome this morning to some of our friends who are visiting from overseas this morning. Let's give a nice warm Radio Vermont welcome this morning to Oleg Bodrov, who is from Uzbekistan. He's an engineer and a physicist and an environmentalist. Also joining us is Kjersti Album, and you're from Norway, correct? My people, my father and grandfather were Norwegians, so therefore we bonded. And also we have a nice person here who is capable of translating in case I don't, my Russian is not very good, so, but my Norwegian is quite all. Oleg, let me start with you. So why are you here?
First of all, I'd like to say good morning, Vermont. Thank you for the invitation. We are here because we want to understand what is the best decommissioning strategy for our country, and it's reasonable to investigate the experience from United States, from Germany and other countries. And just now we are here because we have a very interesting debate in Vermont about what will happen with your nuclear reactors in Vermont. It will be lifetime extension or decommissioning, and it's very important for Russia because we haven't such kind of the democratical procedure in our country. I live in the close nuclear city and very close with St. Petersburg, and there are the oldest Chernobyl type reactor, and they continue operation more than design limit. And now in our group we have not only NGO activists but some representative of the regional authorities and experts, and I think it's very important to investigate your experience, how to provide the contact between different stakeholders, and only in this case it will be possible to start how to say, sustainable development of our region. I think it's very important, and thank you, New England Coalition, that we are here. They organized very interesting contacts in your state, and I think it's very important for Russia too. It is not only united as a problem of your country, but it is a really international problem, how to provide safety decommission process. I think it's a key problem for the nuclear cities now.
Kjersti, can you answer that same question for me? What's your interest in this discussion?
Well,
I need you to really step forward here.
Well, you know, Mark, the Chernobyl accident, I think it really started with that. Norway really experienced consequences from this Chernobyl nuclear accident, and we are still struggling with the effects of the radioactive rain, and so therefore we worry about these all the Russian nuclear reactors that are kind of close to the Norwegian border. Maybe the same way as you worry about these aging nuclear reactors in your area. So we found it very interesting to come to Vermont and to learn from New England Coalition about their experience to close down this old reactor at Vermont Yankee.
Now, Oleg, I've read that there are 4 nuclear power plants that are the same style as the Chernobyl one. Are all 4 of these plants, are they going past what the initial license was supposed to be?
We have 4 nuclear reactors, and like in Chernobyl, and we have the oldest Chernobyl type reactor in my city, and the design limit is 30 years, and 3 reactor continue operation more than design limit. The oldest reactor continue operation 37 years. So the decision-making process about the lifetime extension was without any public debate. It was decision only from Moscow. They decided to continue operation without any public participation in decision-making process and without any consultation with the regional authorities. So it's very important, I think, to provide safety to provide safety decommission process or lifetime extension, it will be safety if all stakeholders will participate in decision-making process, and if Russian society will get adequate information about safety. We haven't such information. We haven't such democratical process, and this is a problem.
Now, besides Chernobyl, has your country closed down any nuclear power plant?
Just after the Chernobyl, only 2 nuclear reactors was closed, and the oldest nuclear power plant near the Moscow was closed. So we have only 3 nuclear reactors. But just now we have about 31 nuclear reactors in Russia, civil nuclear reactors, and about 50% of these reactors already reach design limit or very close with this moment. So decommission or lifetime extension is one of the main problem for how to provide the safety development of the nuclear facilities. And in this case, we are very interested to learn your experience about this.
Okay. Kjersti, please tell me more when you said that Norway is still feeling the effects of Chernobyl. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, after Chernobyl came radioactive substances with the rain going into the nature, and that is still there. So our grazing animals and our mushrooms still have radioactivity in them. So we need to measure it, and sometimes it is not possible to eat this meat and these mushrooms. And this is, you know, maybe it seems far away for persons in United States because Chernobyl is so far away. But you know, nuclear energy, it can never be totally reliable, totally safe. So as long as you have these aging nuclear power plants in your state, in your area, you can never be certain if this will happen again or not. And that is why I think that this work of New England Coalition to close this reactor is very important, and we can hope that we can also learn from that to maybe it can help us to close the reactors in our area.
We actually had readings here in Montpelier, the capital city where I think you're going later today. There were readings after the Chernobyl accident here in Vermont. So it actually, I think, had really an effect, believe it or not, on everybody. I'm going to have you put these headphones on here. Oleg, if you can do that right there, that'd be great. I appreciate it. You're listening to FM 96.1 WDEV Warren, broadcasting from the top of Sugarbush, and AM 550 WDEV Waterbury, Montpelier. Let's go to Waitsfield. Dean, good morning. How are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
I was just going to ask your guests what they think, or if they have to deal with the problem of fuel rods, which I think is the biggest problem, nuclear energy. You know, they design these things for 30 or 40 years or so, and that's radioactive and dangerous for hundreds of thousands of years. And I don't know, I'm just wondering about if they deal with that kind of thing over there, and concerned about that. And I'd also like to hear about concerns about Vermonters about that same issue, because, you know, 100,000 years ago, Vermont was a lot different than, you know, way different than 100,000 years. So I'm concerned about the sense of fuel rods. I'm wondering if you're concerned about that also.
Okay, all right.
And my